As summer grows near, preparations for RAGBRAI 52 continue across northwest Iowa. Tonight, Milford, the first overnight community, held a town hall to discuss their progress and encourage community members to get involved. The big announcement of the night was the entertainment lineup. To open the show, the band RAGBRAI LII will take the stage. They're a Queen tribute band. The event headliner will be the Schmidt Brothers, an Iowa native band that was a hit when they took the stage at last summer in Arnold's Park. The RAGBRAI committee is still working out final details as far as entertainment, but they're expecting each band to play a 2-hour set right in downtown Milford.
We are working on a few other events that we're not ready to talk about yet because we still got some details there, but the bands will get started and everything we're planning to have shut down by 11 at night, and then so the writers can hopefully go get some sleep and get on their way the next morning. So.
Organizers explain that while planning is going well overall, their biggest concern at this point is just having enough volunteers.
We're going to need a lot of volunteers. When you've got a town of, over 3,000 people and you've got 20,000 people coming to town, it's going to take a lot of volunteers to get it done. And volunteers don't need to live in Milford. We know we've got some volunteers coming from different towns in the area.
Now, if you'd like to volunteer, you can find that information within this story at ktivtv.com.